Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura and I'm from babycurltarot.com. Keep in mind this message is for any Capricorn placement you want to check in on, including any planet or astrological house that may be in Capricorn. Whatever it is, you're welcome here. Also keep in mind, Capricorns, if you enjoy the reading, leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Let's go ahead and get into it with your first card. Okay, we have Embrace Your Inner Gypsy. It says freedom, fun, and music. Scorpio got this card too. Some of you guys may have some significant Scorpio placements. If you feel called to watch the Scorpio video, I highly recommend it. Let's go ahead and get into these next two cards. We have the 12th house of surrender. This is the house of the subconscious mind, our mental health, dreams, karma, compassion, forgiveness, baggage, the unseen, spiritual development, prayer, okay, and healing. This also rules elders, the old age, death, things like that. I don't know if they had death on here. No, they don't. All right, next card. We have the quincunx, aspect of complexity, irritations, puzzles, feeling mystified, complications, contradictions, clashing, missing the mark, requiring translation, adjustments, education, transformations. Okay. I do apologize for any noise. There's a lot going on in my complex, apparently. Interesting. Some of you guys could be letting go of something that you have held onto for a very long time. The 12th house is all about preparing to enter into a new space in our life or invite newness into our life. The 12th house is all about letting go. It literally says surrender right here. So surrendering and letting go of attachments to people, places, and things that maybe we hold on to out of comfort or convenience. Let's be real. Let's be honest. And Spirit is asking you to embrace your inner gypsy. It's time to let go of that attachment to things that are potentially holding you back from experiencing really beautiful new people, places, and things, okay? The quincunx is still a little bit of a mystery to me because it feels like I don't normally look at this aspect a whole lot, but what I'm getting from the card itself is that there is definitely some struggle with letting go. Okay, now Spirit is kind of pushing you to free yourself up a little bit so you can be taken to where it is you need to go right now. But it feels like you're having a really hard time of letting go of something in particular. Let's get into these last two cards and see what else I can pick up. It says come to the edge. Yeah, they want you to let go of something, and a lot of it has to do with comfortability. How comfortable are you? Are you in your comfort zone? I mean, what's the last? No place like home. I had a feeling this card was going to come up. This is your comfort zone. This is all about stepping outside of your comfort zone. This doesn't mean that you are moving. This doesn't mean that you're traveling. But there's going to be an aspect of this reading that's going to trigger you to push you outside of your comfort zone. And I can already feel it. For some of you, yeah, you may be moving. You may be traveling. You guys may be, I don't know, moving on from a job that you've been at for a very long time, or in a relationship that you've been in for a very long time and you're letting go. Let's get into this tarot and see what comes out, Capricorns. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot, what messages do you have for the Capricorn collective for the next 7 days? What messages do you have for the Capricorn collective for the next 7 days? This is going to be interesting, Capricorns. All right, spiritual team, what you got for the Capricorns? What do we have? We have the Queen of Cups reversed, Temperance, all right, Five of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Swords. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed, Justice, Ten of Cups. Okay. I'm gonna reorganize these cards a little bit. This is making me a little nervous, Capricorns, because I'm a fixed sign. I'm a Scorpio. I have a lot of Capricorn placements though, but my fixed Scorpio energy is like, oh God, change. Fixed signs don't really like change a whole lot, but you Capricorns are not really afraid of change, which is why I'm so surprised that you are holding on to something a little too tightly. This is something you've been emotionally invested in for a very long time, okay? Could be a relationship. It may not necessarily be a relationship where you are, I mean, you could, I don't know. Some of you guys could be married. Some of you may not be, but it feels like it's been a very long established relationship. It's a step above the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. The Knight of Cups I've heard as described as the boyfriend card, boyfriend-girlfriend card, or they-them card. So the Queen of Cups, in my mind, would be just one step above that. So maybe you guys have moved in, you guys have lived together for a couple of years. You're discussing getting married and taking that final step in a committed relationship, whatever that looks like to you. It doesn't have to be marriage. I don't want to put that on anybody. But it does feel like this is a relationship that, or a situation that has been in your life for a very long time, but it feels like you have a hard time letting go. Even though I feel like you know that this situation may be over and done with this Three of Swords, right? So the Three of Swords talks about, it can talk about pain, heartache, but I'm also getting discomfort. For you guys in particular, this feels like discomfort. There may be some healing surrounding a particular relationship or situation as well. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be your job. This could be your living place. Okay, where you live at. Maybe the community is not as balanced or as peaceful as it used to be for you. There may have been some shifts there over the last couple of years or even the last couple of months for some of you. And I feel like a lot of you guys know that you need to move on and you know that it's time for you to look elsewhere, but you're having a really hard time with deciding how exactly you're going to move forward. Yeah. There's a lot of energy that references balance and harmony as well, especially with temperance and justice. Temperance can literally talk about going with the flow as well, and alchemy, turning like lead into gold or lead into diamonds. But this tells me that something is potentially out of balance for you right now, where you're at. But it feels like Spirit is trying to push you out the door in order for you to experience more and to bring more harmony, more balance, more abundance, more joy into your life. You're really having a hard time accepting that cup right now. But Spirit is saying if you keep fighting it, knowing full well that you know you need to make a decision or you need to move forward or you need to pick a new direction, you're only going to continue to hurt yourself with the Three of Swords energy. So they're saying that discomfort that you're feeling is kind of self-imposed right now. Again, this could talk about moving. This could talk about a relationship. This could talk about a job. It's going to be different for a lot of you, but if you're resonating with it, apply it to the situation that makes you feel like this, okay? I'm also hearing they're saying it's going to feel lonely, and I think that's maybe what you're scared of the most, is feeling lonely with this Ten of Wands. This is a big responsibility, and it's a responsibility that you can only do on your own. So it's going to feel heavy. It's going to feel burdensome at some time, at some points, or at least that's what you feel in your head it's going to be, and that's why you're so scared to make a decision and move forward. But they're saying you're the only one that can go with you on this journey. So the 10 of Wands and 6 of Wands are saying that, yes, you need to be able to move freely and unattached and unencumbered by certain things in your life in order for you to succeed and make this happen. I feel like a lot of you may fear rejection or may fear this Ace of Cups in reverse is what I'm trying to tap into right now. But some of you guys may fear rejection from someone by making a decision that's best for you. So whether this is a partner, maybe, you know, let's give an example. So say you are looking at a job that's going to require you to be living in a different location for like 6 months out of the year. Some of you guys may be afraid of taking that job because you're unsure of how your romantic partner may feel about that or how they may be able to handle that. Does that make sense? Some of you guys may feel like, well, if I do this, like, how is this going to impact them? And Spirit is saying that's for them to figure out. That's not your responsibility to figure out. But that fear, that emotional attachment to someone else's understanding or acceptance or ability to handle a certain decision like this that is ultimately good for you is not your responsibility. Being able to step out of that fear and let go of that, surrender to what it is that you need to do for your personal growth is the most important thing. And finding balance in, obviously, being considerate of not only others, but of your own personal needs within your comfort zone is, I think, what is Spirit is trying to kind of help teach you here. And I hope that makes sense. It made sense in my head the way I'm seeing it and hearing it, but I don't know if I communicated it very well. It's really finding the ability to flow between freedom and attachment, right? Being able to have like a home base and being able to move about freely and not always be attached to this space that you call home. Being able to step outside that comfort zone and experience new things without being attached to a place, person, or thing. I hope that makes sense. Ultimately, what I'm seeing here is with this new direction, with this newfound freedom that you have, and finding this balance between comfort and something scary and new is ultimately going to bring you a lot of happiness, or at least the happiness that you have envisioned for yourself in your life, the life that you've always envisioned with this 10 of Cups. That joyful, peaceful, harmonious, loving, fulfilled type of life, where you feel like you've really achieved everything. Does that make sense? They're saying that you can achieve that, but you have to step outside of fear. You have to kind of dump that out and kind of let go of that attachment to whatever it is that you have. I hope that's making sense, Capricorns. It made sense in my head. Maybe I didn't communicate it clear enough, but leave a like, leave a comment if you understood what I was trying to say. And definitely let me know if this resonated for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the final deck of the reading. Now, keep in mind, Capricorns, whatever messages come from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck could be related, could be completely unrelated to what we've been talking about so far. It's just additional things you need to know for the next 7 days. Spiritual team, Tea Leaf Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective for the next 7 days? What final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective for the next 7 days? Let's see. Final messages. There we go. All right, let's move on to the other half of the deck. All right, spiritual team, Tea Leaf Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective for the next 7 days? What final messages do you have? Hey, okay. All right, I see something, y'all. All right, let's get into it. We have the Eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys have been feeling called to do something very specific, and with the 12th house being here, that is spiritual development. Some of you guys have had a sense of like what it is that you need to do in order to get to the next phase of your life. But I feel like some of you guys have been putting it off or debating back and forth on what to do about it. We have the Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay. So that's what I was saying. especially for those of you where you fear hurting a romantic relationship for the sake of, you know, breaking free from, like, let's say a location or being by their side all the time. I feel like this, again, it's like, if it doesn't work out, then that's not the type of person for you, right? But for a lot of you, it feels like this relationship can stand the test of time, but you just kind of have to let go of that fear and, again, just kind of work through whatever it's going to take to make both of these situations happen. So let's say you have to be away from your partner for long periods of time. Like, what can you guys do in order to make it work? Or is this just something that your person is going to have to, you know, learn to develop a side of themselves where they are able to have some freedom and allow you to have some freedom as well? What else? We have the goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. There you go. I kind of got both here, especially for those of you, like, I keep bringing up the example of being away for work, but that could be a reality for some of you. And maybe it's not necessarily being away from your partner, but it is maybe moving to a new place to start a new job or a new career. Maybe you're moving to the other side of the country. Maybe you're moving to a whole new country. It's things like that that you guys may be scared to let go of. You're like, we feel comfortable here. Obviously, we've planted roots here. But Spirit's saying, like, there's a really cool opportunity if you guys can let go of that, right? What else? We also have marriage. So a lot of rings, a lot of romantic partnership energy, not just romantic, but potentially business as well. So maybe this is an opportunity to join a new aspect of business, or join your business together with someone else's, collaborate, things like that. We also have the hat. You will be playing a different role. There you go. Yeah, and it feels like, again, it's new, it's exciting, it's maybe a little scary, but ultimately it's pushing you towards the direction of what it is that you've envisioned having in your life. Let's take a look at the bottom of each of these piles. We have the tree, affairs with your family. So maybe this could be an attachment to your family, not necessarily a romantic partner as well. And at the bottom of this half of the pile, we have the desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay. All right, a lot of work, a lot of relationships, partnerships, potentially family, financial, spiritual growth, expansion. I'm really digging this, Capricorns. I really hope you enjoyed it as well. Please leave a like and a comment if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. If you want to see more content from me, I am on Instagram, TikTok, I have a blog. All that info and where to find me is below in the description box, as is my website if you want to schedule a personal reading with me. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!